Alright, welcome everybody to today's Woady Plays Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And some of you wondering is like, wait a minute, why is he back in Orlox's quarter when he was just in the underground waterway? Truth is, I can't let the sword familiar go away, so we're gonna go ahead and get it. It's kind of annoying. You want to do the soul steal ability so you can break that, because for whatever reason my axe just wasn't breaking. I don't know if you have to hit it right or something, but soul steal works. To know how to do soul steal, this is how you do it. It's back forward, and then the quarter circle down, back forward, X or B, basically. Alright, so let's go up there and get the strongest familiar in the game, the sword card. Yep, you're going to immediately equip that, and you'll never unequip it. Alright, so basically what he's going to do is he's just pretty much going to fly around you and kill stuff with you. That's legitimately what he does. No gimmick, no fancy things, nothing. He's just going to do that. But what's cool about him is he'll help you attack, and you can also equip him at level 50. Once, because the familiar is actually gaining levels, so actually once he reaches level 50, and he'll get experience from you killing stuff, so don't worry too much about him having to do the work. Once he gets level 50, you can equip him, and he actually makes for a pretty powerful weapon. His aim is always a little off, because there's always like a delay on when he attacks, as you can see. I'm just going to kill this guy before I fly up here. You also have to get the sword familiar anyway, because if you're going for all the achievements in this game, you do have to do all the spells. There's 8 spells in the game, and there's 1 spell involved with each with each transformation, and there's 1 involving the sword brother familiar. Though off the top of my head, I don't remember if you have to get him to level 50 to do it. That's always the fun one to do. Yeah, so like I said, Dark Metamorphosis is a thing where when you kill a guy who bleeds, if their blood gets on you, you'll get health back from it.
Soul Steal!
Ah, cool, I love doing soul steal when there's nothing to steal a soul from. So this is actually the quickest way back to the underground waterway, is back to the Orlox's quarters. See, there's a decent amount of damage when I'm not getting stabbed. Ah! Dodge. Whoop. Help me, hammer! Help me, sword bro! I hate that. I feel like I'm going through these levels, and I hate I have this feeling of like I'm forgetting to break a wall somewhere. You know what I mean? That sword, man. Yeah, he's gonna do that a lot, because because the sword familiar is just so slow, and there's such a delay in when he actually initiates his attack. If you were just gonna let him do the attacking, you'd be out of it. See, like right there, he was in, and he talks to you. He's like, slash. See, this is what that does. It's like a bouncing light. make our way back into the underground. Or we're gonna take the quick way down, not the elongated way down. Plus, we've already defeated the succubus in the last video, so we don't have to down that. Alright, I eat those hits. Falling, look at that flash image. Alright. Let us venture. Well, actually, let us save first, since we're down here and don't want to have to make that senseless trip back to get the sword familiar. Get the sword familiar. I highly recommend it. It's a pretty powerful weapon when you do get it. Not the strongest in the game, and it takes a while. Pretty much, you won't... Unless you're going to sit here and, like, just kill stuff over and over again, you won't... there's a secret path this way. You actually have to go this way for one of the relics should be this way, but you actually can't go this way until getting water hurts you. So like that. So you can go over here and get the knuckle dust if you really want, but honestly, it's probably not worth the health loss. Don't worry. There's something we have to do before there's a item we have to acquire, which we'll call the Ferryman. So we'll have a nice little guide. So, yep. This has a boss battle in it. And this is actually where you do need to go first. You know what? Let me go back and get my health back first. Yeah, you should go this way in the underground waterway first, mainly because the relic you're gonna get is you'll want that relic. So. Yeah, this is always fun. Easy, but here's the thing. That's not actually the boss battle. Boss battle's coming. Yep, you have to run because the water will kill you. Keep out of it as much as possible. Go that way to get pot roast. So as you can tell, we can't go back that way because the water is there and it will kill us. So we get to go fight the real boss, not one of her stupid worms. Fortunately, I've never had to fight her from this far back. See, normally, I've got more going for me in terms of, like, items and stuff. As you can see, she's not really doing a whole lot of damage. She's not super tough, and in most cases, beating her is not very hard at all. Alright, as you can see, I was completely off base with the relic. Thank God I never hit the B button again because I forgot I had the library card still equipped. That's always fun. Oh yeah, one thing to show you guys, in case you aren't aware of this. So there's a cool little weapon in this game called the shield rod, and the shield rod does a cool little thing when equipped with, as it says, extra effective shield. So, I mean, you're wondering, okay, well, all I do is attack, and my shield comes up. Well, if you actually hit both buttons at the same time, come on, there we go. I don't know why I thought that. You'll actually do some sort of special thing, depending on whatever, like right there, with the night shield, it gives me, like, a boost on my my defense. other shields will do other things. So you can use it if you really want. Everyone's his own, but we're actually gonna switch to that. I mean, the shield rod's better, but if you remember the broadsword, actually, you know, the broadsword was still better. Never mind. Nope, nothing this way. Yeah, fighting that boss is purely pointless in a sense of, like, you know, the way the game works. It's just honestly for people who, you know, are completionists or want to do everything. And I like to fight every boss in this game. I'm a sucker for boss battles. Like, I love boss battles, and games like Castlevania and Super Metroid are like perfect for things like that because there's just so many of them, and usually for me the more the better. Okay, so we're gonna continue with frogs. So this part of the game, you'll probably spend a good amount of it not going into the water, so you'll have a lot of the map like unlanded. So right here, you're like, oh man, how do I get by that? Now you could try and be all like, you know, good with the dodgy, but honestly, you won't get through without getting hit. And it's useless to take those hits. So we're gonna push this crate right into here to block the water and just wait as they drown. Yep, they're gonna drown. You could also try and hope your sword familiar will go over there and attack them, but the chances of that aren't super high. Like I said before, we can't go that way because, well, we're gonna die and we're gonna lose a lot of health, so it's pretty pointless. So we just continue along. Pretty much we gotta go this way until we acquire said item to let us get in water. So this part's gonna be entertaining here. I'm not gonna unlock it just yet. No, I'm not gonna unlock it just yet. I'm gonna go. Plus, I can't anyway, as you can see. Well, actually, you don't know what I'm looking at, so we'll be back this way. I'm just gonna. Aha! I got a pentagram, which is pretty much pointless because I don't use it. But I see items and I must get them, which is how I am. Yep. You're gonna want to fly across, mainly because you need to hit this switch. Now, that actually gives you a hint. What just happened there with the skeleton ape throwing the wooden crate. Now, if you remember, just a little while ago, there was an area we could break that had a skeleton guy that could break some. Now, we actually want to jump down here first, mainly because this is where we need to go to get the item for, if I remember correctly, it should be the item for the stupid... Sharon or whatever, the ferryman. There you go. Oh my god, I'm like losing my mind trying to like think of his name. Alright, Spiky McGee. No! Bad ice lady. Bad. See? He's right there as well. You can actually go this way first if you want. It will basically lead you back to the beginning. Anybody remember that door at the very beginning in the first walkthrough where I couldn't open? Oh look, here it is. I told you we'd be back. And you know what? Just because we're right here, let me go ahead and show you some secret off paths. Oh, also, I didn't do this in the original video. You know what? I guess I was wrong. I thought you could break that. Man, I'm just like losing my touch here in this game. This is terrible. Alright, so basically, we're going to go up here. It's just, again, uncovering more of the map. Showing you guys maybe some hidden areas you may have not caught wind of on the map. The boomerang guys are not fun to deal with, especially when they throw that crap. But they have what I like to call a hit reaction. So after you hit them maybe once or twice, they'll like kind of react and cancel their animation. These guys don't have it. That's why they're more annoying to fight. Thank you, sword brother. Unfortunately, this is one of those parts of the game where like your save points are like so few and far between. Yeah, there is one. I know it's ironic that I say that, and then oh look, I run into a save point like 20 feet later. I didn't play that, people. I promise. Even for me, who's played this game like 100 times, there's still little bits and pieces that even I forget. But yeah, pretty much the only purpose of coming here was to get the holy mail, which, don't get me wrong, it should be a good piece of armor for you to wear at this point. Yeah. Plus, if you find anything with holy attacks, it's gonna take a lot less damage. It's so bad. I feel like I should know where all the breakable walls are. Alright. So again, that's purely for map completion. If you want to be if you want to be a douche, you could do that. When you get double jump, you're able to do that. Go, sword brother! Yeah! Alright, now there's going to be one more thing we want to do before we head back into the underground. Now we have a shortcut, that's not bad. I'll stop playing jump up. Stop playing, the jumping game. Yep. There's a new enemy out here. Yeah, you remember, just kill the owl. By the time he gets up. Maybe. I'm not using the other weapon. I just realized that he's weaker to holy attacks. Alright, so basically, we are going to fly up here. Because there's a relic and a health container. Power of the Wolves. Now, if I remember correctly, what that's going to do is it should allow you to do the turbo. Yep, right there. When you get Power of the Wolf, you're able to do this, which is basically super speed, Sonic. And I totally just ran past where I needed to. There is a familiar we will be getting. I want to maybe shortly. It's hard to say. I'm trying to remember. That actually will. It would actually help you in finding the hidden passages, which honestly part of it is why I know where some of these paths are. Some of them were just dumb luck of tossing in an axe. It was another thing, because, when this game came out, there was no such thing as YouTube, so it's not like I was playing YouTube. Or watching YouTube for help, Back in the day, you had to find everything out on your own or read a strategy guide. I guess GameFAQs was technically around, but, GameFAQs, you have to wait for somebody to actually write a guide. Yep, the Ferrymans Cone, so basically, for this sequence, we get the... Well... We get to kind of sit here and let him ferry us over. I mean, I guess you could technically use the bat to, get over if you want. So it's really your decision on how you want to get over there. Because remember, you may not have the bat ability. Alright, so basically, this is the merman statue. I could, actually, is this the item that makes this? No, yeah, sorry, yeah, summons your... Okay, yeah, you need this before you can get the other one. See you later, Ferryman. Basically, all that item literally does is there's an area, if you recall back when we first came down before we fought the Australia, that had a kind of like a dock, and there was no oarsman there. Well, now when we go there, there'll be an oarsman there, and that's what will guide us where we need to be. Stupid ice people. can do the... But you still have to reroute that because when you hit a wall, like you can't redirect your body when you're doing that. So now we're gonna show the fruit of Woady. Alright, so obviously we can't do it this way, so what we need to do is to get past all these damn frogs is we actually will need to, we're not gonna do it yet, we're gonna actually go to the oarsman area first and let us take us to wherever he needs to take us. Or we'll fly over there, we'll see. I can't remember if that one you can fly to or not. One thing to also keep in mind, most enemies in this game will have two kinds of drops. They'll have a common drop and they'll have a rare drop. Rare drops are obviously based purely on your luck stat. You can get potions to increase your luck. You can equip armor that gives you luck. There's a number of ways to do it. Or you can, just do whatever you need to. Now, funny thing is, even if you have a lot of luck equipped, getting some of the rare drops will take like hours. You don't need most of that stuff to beat the game. Like there's some really powerful weapons in the inverted castle.
I'll guide you to meet your destiny.
You could basically would just make put the game on easy mode. And honestly, most that stuff is really for like the super hardcore completionists. Don't get me wrong, like, I love playing this game. I'm good at it. And I know where most of those. I know how to get most of those items. But I don't have the mind capacity or the patience to sit here and farm for those items. I mean, I did it in the there's actually a Castlevania Xbox Live Arcade game, which is it's basically just a free-for-all of combat and melee and everything. And I did it in that game, and it takes forever to get some of those powerful weapons. Yeah, you have to get hit by the water, but don't worry because that's all we need. The holy symbol, and look at that, water no longer hurts us. Take the oarsman back, or if you want to explore the watery depths now that you can, go ahead. Trying to remember if there's not as many secret paths as you would think. Actually, I love the times when like I've had the sword familiar before. I love the times when the sword familiar would accidentally break a secret path, purely accidental, because it's just it's got a mind of its own, so it's doing its own willy-nilly thing. Onyx, sell later if we want. It was weird. When I went back to the library before I started this video, oh, that's right. Don't forget the light things. Yep, sometimes they're randomly around the map. The library. I was looking at the boss tactics stuff, and like I was missing. I don't know, it was weird, like, where the hippogriff was, apparently there was something underneath it, and, like, as bad as it sounds, I just don't remember, and I could have sworn I thought that list went in, like, an order. Who knows? Alright, so let's go back this way. So this part right here, it's, or not this part exactly just yet, but we're getting there. Come on. I'm trying to like attack diagonally. I don't know if it's the Xbox controls like joystick or what. Bye bye fishy. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything there. Yeah, you obviously move like a freaking tank of water. I don't recommend just running past these things. Just kill them. Depending on the weapon you're using, it'll take like 3 hits. These ones might be a little bit more annoying to fight, maybe, because, well, you know, they're facing you. There's nowhere to really dodge above it. But going this way is purely for some items. Yeah, nothing else. That's it. Map completion, items. I mean, plus, I mean, let's keep in mind. I mean, if you've never really played this game and you're going into this, you know, with the eyes of like a newborn baby, then you know you're gonna go down pathways that don't really have any significance. Mainly because, well, you just don't know better. You know, you legitimately don't know if you know, you're missing out on anything. See, like right there, you know, there's nothing there worthwhile. Okay, so I'm getting this experience, which isn't a bad thing. I hate those frogs. And again, you know, it's mostly just bad. Yeah, you can actually stand on them. See this? See right there, you know, a life max. Worth the trip, you know, on its own. Any life maxes are worth acquiring, no matter how idiotic or annoying they are to get. Alright, so we need to break this. So you gotta be, hopefully your sword won't kill him. So basically, we need to guide him over. Like pizza. And we guide him over, because we need him to throw the barrel onto this plank. A little bit further, a little bit further. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, it almost bounced over. Thanks for the items. And you're dead. Alright. To the new area! That honestly pretty much concludes that. Any need to be in that area. Because now we're in the abandoned mine. Yay. You actually, as odd as it is from this page, you actually want to get that. But let's go save first. Ah, see? I'm not completely out of touch with my own. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take down one more boss battle before we call it a day on today's Woady Plays. We're going to take down a very well-known boss in the world of, well, not necessarily Castlevania, but just, you know, in the world. Especially Greek mythology. Hello, Cerberus. You gotta watch out for that. You can dodge underneath them. How's that for impressive dodging? It's a pretty easy pattern, especially if he does that. The problem is if he hits you once, it's gonna just keep chaining and it's annoying. I hate how it like lands like within like half an inch. Gotcha! Woohoo! Alright. Cerberus is down for the count. Yeah, there's a whole big old chunky bottom to this map we haven't explored yet. Alright, we're gonna head back to the save point that's this way, mainly because It should be the closest save point for a little while. You know, we're having the holy water is not a completely terrible thing. That's right, it's not here. There's a secret wall, but it's on a different part of this. It's not on this part, it's on a different part of the map. Alright. Well, that is going to have us call it for the day. That's, you know, it's been Woady Plays. Castlevania, it's part 7. So we did a pretty good amount of chunk. We got the sword familiar, we took down the Scrilia, we took down Cerberus. So tomorrow we'll venture through the rest of the abandoned mine and hopefully into the catacombs. I don't know if I'll go through the entirety of the catacombs just because it's a decently long level with some annoying enemies to fight, especially in the inverted variation of it. But until then, I like how my cloak is like, it's like flashing different colors. It's weird. Alright, until then, I'm Woady. This has been Woady Plays Castlevania, and I will see everyone tomorrow. I'm out.